Alright, this video will show you how to take two mixed numbers that are being multiplied together and solve the problem. So we have these two mixed numbers, 3 2/3 times 4 1/4. Well, in order to multiply these numbers together, we have to change them to improper fractions. So based on my last video, we know in order to change a mixed number to improper fraction, we do the circle method. So you would do 3 times 3, so denominator times whole number, plus the numerator. So 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 would be 11. And the denominator stays the same, so it would be 11/3. So 3 2/3 is an improper fraction, would be 11/3. Times, just bring that down. Now 4 1/4 would change to, you do 4 times 4, which is 16. That would be 7. Plus 1 would be 17. 17, denominator stays the same, 4ths. Now I always tell my kids to do when you do fractions, multiply fractions, just multiply straight across. You literally can multiply 11 times 17 and 3 times 4. Well, 3 times 4 is a lot easier to do in your head than 11 times 17. So 3 times 4 is 12. Now, for these two numbers, I know a lot of kids have a hard time multiplying those in their head. So I tell them to use the distributive property, which is where you break numbers like 11 and 17 or 54 and 27 into easier numbers to multiply mentally. So let's break 11 into 10 plus 1 and 17 into 10 plus 7. Now, this is where these two numbers hang out together and these two numbers hang out together, because this is essentially 17 and this is 11. Now, this 10 needs to hang out with both numbers on the other side, and I call this the rainbow method. So the 10 needs to hang out with this 10, and it also needs to hang out with the 7. It's going to be multiplied towards each one of those. So 10 times 10 is 100. 10 times 7, 70. Well, then you've got your 1. The 1 needs to hang out with the 10, and the 1 needs to hang out with the 7. We got 1 times 10 is 10. 1 times 7 is 7. Okay, now when you add all these up, and I can do this in my head, so that would be 187. So it's 187 twelfths. Now I know there's a lot of work on this page, so there you can see my work where I've taken 11 times 7, I've broken it up, I'm sorry, I'm pointing in the wrong area, where it's 10 plus 1 times 10 times 7. And you can see how I did the rainbow with the distributive property, where it's 10 times 10, 10 times 7, 1 times 10, 1 times 7, add them all up, got 187, did 3 times 4 up here with my, point to the wrong area again, 3 times 4 with my denominators, got 12, so 187 twelfths. Now, here's where we need to take our prior knowledge from what we know about an improper fraction. So I'm going to erase all this. Now we have this top-heavy improper fraction, 187 twelfths. Okay. Now, from what we take the 0 out. What we remember from last video is when we have an improper fraction, in order to change it back into a mixed number, we have to divide the numerator by the denominator. So 187 divided by 12. Okay. 12 can't go into 1, but it can go into 18 one time. 67. Now, this is where some of the students get confused, because they have to figure out how many times 12 will go into 67. Now, that's where I tell them they can write their multiples of 12. You can be like 12, 24. You can write it down the side and see where it gets close. But you and I know the closest it's going to get to is 5, because 5 times 12 is 60. And that'll leave us with 7. Now, 12 can't go into 7, so we're done. So, now we know this 15 is our new whole. The 7 down here, 7 down here, because 67 minus 60 is 7, would be our new numerator. And the 12 right here is our denominator. So it would be 15 and 7 twelfths. And that's how you take two mixed numbers, multiply them together, and get your answer. As always, if you have any questions about this, feel free to email me and let me know, or call me and let me know. I'll be happy to explain any additional steps. Just trying to let you guys, see how I teach and, And what we just do a lot of practice. I mean, there is a lot of work. There's a lot of computation skills that you've got to do. But I mean, it's 5th grade. They're going to go to middle school. They need to know how to divide, 2-digit into 3-digit or 2-digit into 4-digit. How to multiply, 2-digit times a 2-digit, and use the distribute property to break it up. These are skills they have to be able to do. And I mean, there are a lot of steps, but they've been doing it, and with practice, they'll get better. And I really sit down one-on-one when they need it. So if there's anything I can do to help, please feel free to contact me. I'm more willing to do what I can. All right. Take care. Bye.